Thank you for allowing me to speak this afternoon. My name is Irene Godinez. I'm the Legislative Director for the Latin American Coalition, a native North Carolinian, and a child of immigrants, and a proud sister of a U.S. Army veteran. I write to you today, or I'm standing here before you today, with people from all walks of life, and people who are here eager to express to you our support for making North Carolina an inclusive state and continuing in that tradition. When this committee first started its work, Co-Chairman Eiler promised a dispassionate look at the issue of immigration in North Carolina. But news reports of private meetings and the experience of trying to get information in a timely way about the committee's actions has us concerned that this committee is anything but dispassionate. We remind the 12 committee members today what you have heard up until this point. You have heard that undocumented immigrants do not qualify for almost any public benefits, that they cannot get driver's licenses. We have heard of the costly legal battles being fought in Arizona, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and I also want to point out, we as North Carolinians never have strived to be like South Carolina, so why in this regard would we? We have heard from business community asking the state to leave well enough alone and to let the federal government deal with the federal issue of immigration. I'm also part of the We RNC Alliance. It's a group of organizations and individuals working to shift the debate on immigration in our state. We come and you will receive by the end of the day over 700 signatures to a petition asking the state to focus on things that improve our state instead of spending time making life difficult for immigrants. We also come with over 200 comments to be submitted to the committee, and more of those are from 50 clergy from around the state. We know that our state has a history that has given great results. We were the first in flight, first to grant access to higher education at a public institution, and the first to stage sit-ins when parts of our communities were denied basic human rights. We call on all North Carolinians to continue to live up to our legacy of doing what is right in times of great challenges. And legislators, you have a higher calling and a higher charge in creating good laws when bad ones are in our midst, particularly when they hurt our most vulnerable communities. Immigration law can only be fixed at the federal level, and we all must together work to pressure congressional representatives. But today I call on you, members of this committee, to cease any plans that you have of pushing any sort of legislation that would further divide North Carolinians, as you have here today by looking out in the room. And I ask that you, I just want you to realize that North Carolina cannot afford anti-immigrant legislation, and you're looking at North Carolina's past versus North Carolina's future here today. And I'd like to submit this for official.
Please go to Sergeant Arms. Thank you for your comments. Our next three speakers, Giovanna Horta.